Guardians of the Galaxy! Yeah, but this was a great movie, baby. Guardians, baby. Nothing like watching Guardians again to get yourself in a great mood. They can keep everything else. Better than watching that Crazy 8 movie again. That was the dumbest ending ever for a movie. Not a problem. That's why I like Guardians. See, Guardians gonna show you how to do it. Is that me or do I got a flat tire? Some of the jokes felt forced. My tire is looking low. Some of the jokes felt forced a little bit. I do feel that. When I did my review, that was the case. But Guardians of the Galaxy still sells. And let me tell you why. Guardians still sell because people, fans, like the family atmosphere. And the music. The music is epic. Uh-oh, hold on. I'll be with you in 1 second. Man, this thing works fast. One was better. I love 2. I watched 2 so much. Shoot, I love 2. It's just that with Ego, I felt that they should have had a greater villain. You know, I just think Ego was a little wasted. What y'all think? Yeah, that soundtrack is great. I found myself snapping my fingers to the soundtrack. I ain't care about nothing in the movie no more. Especially when they had the chain going. Never a birthday. And I don't like that. See, we only got 4 people online tonight. It's only 4 of y'all rocking with me, and it's earlier. Decked out in his Detroit Pistons hoop with me. All right. I just need air service. How much for air? They gonna charge me for air. Bet. Now, the thing about Guardians was the visual display. If you saw the pictures of Guardians, you knew it was visually stunning. Like Ego's Planet, the whole nine. Oh wow, dance party? Seriously? That was your favorite part? Is the trailer? Then you don't even need to watch the movie. All you gotta do is sit there and watch the trailer all day. That settles you real quick. I just bought this tire. I'm in poppin', y'all. I'm in poppin', y'all. Is he cool? Come on, come on. Talk to me, baby. There you go. Get that air. Get that air. Come on. Detroit Piston basketball. Get that air in that time. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh yeah, Adam Warlock, he gonna kill part 3. Well, you know, I do my best. I do my best to please. Switching all different angles. Aisha can get the business. Aisha who? Now, Guardians of the Galaxy had the largest Drax probably gonna hit Mantis. I mean, it's there for the taking. I mean, his wife and daughter gone. So he used that as a good angle to get in. He get hit now. Ain't nothing holding him back. He'd be like, you might as well go on and take that. The ruler of the creed. Oh, okay. Now I know what you're talking about. That gold chick. Well, I don't. I don't like Spider-Man more than I like Guardians 2. Guardians 2 has more grit, more tension to it. It's more of an adult family film. The kids can watch it and enjoy it, but also the adults. Most adults are not gonna like Spider-Man. A lot of them don't. It's too cartoonish for them. It's too young. You know, we like it because we understand it. It's more comic booky. So if you're not really a comic book and all the colors, the kids, teenings, they're gonna eat this up. But old dad might skip this Spider-Man. So can y'all hear me at least? Because I could barely see anything you guys are posting. I'm gonna reset it, so don't nobody go nowhere. Oh, you said loud and clear, so I guess you can't. All right. It ain't just me. Watch Thor: The Dark World again? You are out your mind. Yondu was great. Here's what you didn't know. Yondu was supposed to survive. He wasn't gonna... They weren't gonna kill off Yondu. They felt they needed to have somebody die so that they would understand the severity of what they're doing, to add that tension. And they loved Yondu, but they felt that Yondu's character, by him dying the way he did, he kind of became the catalyst of the film. He became the hero that no one saw ever really being the hero. This was basically the story of Yondu more than it was Peter Quill and his dad. Got some clues in the Avengers series that might lead to more. He says he's done. Unless they come with a check. He rolls like, that's why it was so easy for him to play Iron Man in the Spider-Man movie, because he was barely in the suit. He really wasn't in the suit at all. He didn't have to do any work in the film. So it was just a couple of days of shooting for him. Everything else was CGI. Here is the rundown for Guardians 3. Adam Warlock, who also has the Soul Gem. That's the Infinity Stone that he has within him. Okay, we refreshed. We're back. Hopefully everything's working better. Now, in Guardians 3, remember, we're not going to see this until the Infinity War. They're going to have to explain how, because Adam Warlock, the reason why he's so important is because he has the Spirit Gem, the Soul Gem, one of the Infinity Gauntlets, which powers him. And then everybody forget about the Mind Gem. There's 2 Infinity Stones you haven't seen. People think there's 5. There's 6. Do you know who had a 6th one? I know who has it. Idris Elba has that Infinity Stone. His eyes are the same color as the Infinity Stone. He uses his power to see through the universe. Yeah, you guys, but they might have a third party or a delay or something like that. Yes, he has the Mind Stone. No. No. He's got a whole nother gem. Vision do have the Mind one. It's another one that's brownish red. It's a brownish red gem, and that's the one that gives him his sight. Idris Elba. And why he's up there, and you'll see it probably in Thor Ragnarok. Taking you to a boxing match. All right, there we are. Yep, I agree. Vision's gonna die in the first Avengers. And he's gonna go back to being Jarvis. He's gonna go back to being Jarvis. I think he's gonna die and be back to Jarvis real soon. I agree. I definitely agree with that. Unless you count the Incredible Hulk that they did, the one with Edward Norton, that was better than Hulk. The second Hulk was better than that first one. Even though they very rarely show the one with Edward Norton anymore. I think they finally got the Incredible Hulk right. Edward Norton, he's a great actor, but I can't picture him as the Incredible Hulk. He just doesn't seem like the Incredible Hulk at all. Okay, now that we back, maybe because I made it to the main road, I think it might be due to the fog. The reason why, you know, the weather's all messed up out here. But, get to it. First, you got to think about, they're going to, okay, there we go. They're gonna bring in Thanos' wife, Lady Death. I think she's gonna be in this film, and it's gonna be wonderful to see her finally in the MCU. Okay, there we are. Guardians 3 will be epic. Yep, you gotta watch Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and then Iron Fist. I did not like the Iron Fist at all. It was so ridiculous. I understood why they were not coming back for a second season. That made zero sense whatsoever. I said, this show is so stupid. Sean liked the Iron Fist. I didn't. It had like maybe a couple of good episodes, but then it was so stupid. I said, this show is so dumb. Oh, I saw why people didn't like it after 5 episodes. It was so boring. I was like, man, he's not doing anything. Then he's like a spoiled brat. He just fighting for like I mean, he has no sense. It's like, dude, were you trained by monks? Are you sure? Because you don't act like a person that was trained by monks. You act like a spoiled kid. I was just waiting for it to be over. I said, well, let me go through this whole thing before I crucify this movie. Let me go through the whole process so we can get rid of it. So I can say I've seen everything. And it barely, I don't even think it linked up to anything. It didn't link up to Jessica Jones. The only thing it had was Rosario Dawson's character. She was the only link. I guess everybody else like, look, that's on y'all. So now they got the Defenders coming out with all of them going to be in it. The Iron Fist is definitely the weakest link. But I was sick of Danny Rand, I'll tell you that much. My goodness. I wanted to be the hand to reach out and slap him. Now going into Guardians 3, they want to have, they love to do 80 references. Like all of his references are to 80s movies, just like Daredevil. And that's where Spider-Man problem ran into. They kept trying to make Spider-Man more like Daredevil. I mean, not Daredevil, but Deadpool. You know? And when you do that, I mean, Spider-Man was just, they were similar as far as cracking jokes and all of these things. But they went for the complete Deadpool type of Spider-Man, and with the look, The whole look of it was more like Deadpool. But it's a good movie. I'll give you that. Well, I want to talk Guardians 3. Now, with Guardians 3, yes, subscribe to my channel. That is absolutely correct. But let's talk Guardians 3, because that's the one I like the most. I mean, I think this is going to be epic. I think it's going to beat 2. The success to Guardians is the music. Guardians music is some of the best music collected in a film. The soundtracks goes with the story, and James Gunn knows what he's doing. Now he's supervising Infinity War. They brought him in to make sure they don't screw this up. Because he's bringing the Guardians of the Galaxy characters over there, and the Guardians of the Galaxy is his baby. So they told him, and he's like, hey, I'm coming over there to supervise my characters in the script, because I don't want you to screw up what we built up. And that's the way it should be done. I'm glad they did it that way. Because the Guardians, I told people, were going to surprise everybody. I'm like, they're going to be better than anything you've seen on the screen before part 1. And people thought I was crazy. And now everybody loves Guardians of the Galaxy. So... oh yeah, the Russos working with Gunn is going to be great. Now, Gunn is just there to supervise and put in, key points for the Guardians. To make sure he got their characters right. Because the Russos writing for the Guardian characters, they could screw that up. And they're going to be like, man, Drax was acting really just dumb for no reason. Drax would have said something right there. You don't want that. You don't want nobody to do that. I've seen that happen before. Where Iron Man 3 was one of the major factors ever. The way Tony was acting in Iron Man 3 was totally ridiculous. And I'm like, man, this is not the same Iron Man. Like, this is just not it. It was ridiculous. I just can't even put it into words. It was so shockingly bad. That's what was getting me. I think that's what bothered me the most, is how shockingly bad it was. This little kid, and I'm like, him and this little Tony and this little kid, and that whole writing stuff was bad. I'm like, this little kid does not have any place in this film except for to try to make it appeasable to little kids. And I'm like, this is clearly a failure. But that's what happened when you have different writers. And you still try to do your shtick. It just don't work. And no matter how Tony tried to, make it his movie, it just really was a lost cause. Now, the third Guardians of the Galaxy would be their last. They want to continue it, but they're going to base everything off the third movie. Zoe Salanda's character might die. So Gamora might die in part 3. Because she's doing Star Trek Beyond, and then that's it. And then after Star Trek Beyond, and after the last Galaxy movie, she's going to be doing 4 Avatar movies. Avatar is coming back with like 4 more movies. So they're going to keep her in space. So she's going to be busy filming Avatar. So Gamora's going to probably die in the Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Oh, her paychecks are looking mighty nice. Well, she is going to be part of the Guardians of the Galaxy. But she might go in Infinity War. Who knows, she makes it back for 3. But she's already signed on for part 3. So I say she survives Infinity War. Bucky could get the shield without Cap dying. Because Bucky right now is on ice. So Cap don't have his shield right now. Who can say hello? Well, him and Tony, the thing is him and Tony's beef is basically over. He's just not 100% over the process. You know, time heals all wounds. You know, he just needed time to calm down and collect himself. Somebody asked me, what in the world is this? What do you mean, what in the world is this? This is Carcino's driving. Thor Ragnarok will be the best one they've ever made because of the enemy they're going up against. And the fact that this Thor right here is probably, I'll say, the best one. Action-wise, villain-wise, everything. The Dark Elves, that was like the stupidest one ever. But they had to bridge in the Infinity Stone. The Ether. And then you got, Kat Dennings in there from Two Broke Girls in there with these corny jokes. I'm just like, why is she in the film? It was so bad. That is by far the worst Marvel movie they put out. Period. That has got to be one of the worst one in the MCU. Hands down. Thor 2: The Dark World. Did you not notice they forced Natalie Portman to play that role? They forced her to get in there and play that role. She didn't sign on to do those 3 movies. She signed on to just do 1. She didn't know it was going to be a trilogy. She was like, look, I ain't signed on for this. And her contract, they was like, look, you got to do this film. She did not want to do Thor 2: The Dark World. And they could have just cut her character out because she wasn't needed anyway. Yeah, we saw Asgard for a little bit, but then it was over. They killed Thor's mom, and the movie just turned from there. And everybody seems to have the same condition. And that's what just throws me. I'm like, how does everybody keep having the same condition? Like, what in the world is going on over here? Uh-oh. I made a mistake. I went too far. I was talking to y'all so much. I'm in the wrong area. Oh, Kate Blanchett will play a good villain. Don't worry about her. She's going to be totally fine with playing a villain. Thor's going to have to do this whole movie without his hammer. And he's going to have to Thor even without the hammer. Which is a remake, right? Which is just the last Spider-Man you just saw. Which is basically the last. Every movie's been like that. What's his name took the suit from Tony Stark. Tony didn't need the suit. In Iron Man 2, he was dying. You don't deserve this suit. Snatched the suit from Tony. Takes his suit from him. But that wasn't enough. After they snatched the suit from Tony, they did the same thing with Spider-Man just now. You're not worthy of the suit. Thor won. His father took away the hammer. Taking away the hammer. You're not worthy. Till he proved he was worthy enough for the suit. I mean, worthy enough for the hammer. It's the same format. This is going to be the same way. But in this one, Asgard burns. And that's what interests me. I want to see what happens when she comes to Asgard. And in this one, we should learn more about the Infinity Stone. Because when she destroys Thor's hammer, the only person that puts his hammer back together again is Doctor Strange. And I don't think that's going to happen until Infinity War Part 1. I'm more interested in see what's going to happen with the Justice League. Now that Wonder Woman is the largest movie in their universe, DC movie universe, we're going to have a competitive battle, looks like now. Because they finna redo Batman all over again. And that's starting some controversy right out of the gate. We'll talk about that at another time. Well, see, here's the thing. Joss Whedon and Marvel are having a big fight right now. Well, they had a big fight. Marvel and Joss Whedon had a what they call a power struggle, where basically they never deemed Joss Whedon as that important to the MCU. They viewed him as, yes, you're a key ingredient and key asset to the whole Avengers, everything. You're a very good key, Joss Whedon. But you know, you're not expendable, you know, like he wanted too much control over all the other projects. And they were just not in the ideal of doing that. Because to be truth to be told, all these other MCU movies weren't that great. The first Avengers was doing good, but the other ones weren't that great. You know, Winter Soldier is probably the best one they've made since the original Avengers. Then I got Guardians of the Galaxy. Those are my top 3. Civil War, I would say, is up there too, but I still kind of like Winter Soldier. They neck and neck. Winter Soldier to me is a much better story. And it didn't need a lot of superpowers. You didn't need a lot of superpower stuff. It was a great movie. So when you was watching Winter Soldier, you was really sucked in. It was like a good spy movie. So as I go back and watch Civil War again, I like some of the action scenes a lot more. That it had Spider-Man in it. He was used correctly in the film. It's great the way they got everything to work, which showed me that they could do an Infinity War. But the only thing was that I felt that was weak about Civil War was having that Russian villain going around doing all this stuff and going out there just to play a tape for Tony Stark. Like, dude, just to play him a VHS tape? You go all the way to Russia? You could have played him the tape at any time. Like, that was dumb. Yeah, Winter Soldier, because it's smart. Smart always beat a lot of explosions and everything else. That's why Transformers always get a horrible rating. People like, man, dude, these movies are terrible. Why is people going to see these Transformers movies? Because they're thinking, this is an... And then, like I said, they're bringing in a lot of new characters for Guardians 3. That's why they were saying they trying to get Kevin Bacon to actually appear in Guardians 3. Now, a lot of people say Adam Warlock is going to be the enemy, but he might not be the only enemy in Guardians 3 that they have to fight. Adam Warlock will end up teaming up with the Guardians of the Galaxy, but they're going to definitely have a fight. But the main... The main enemy might be, what's his name? Universe or Eternity? The one that the main celestial god who has all the universe connected to him. That guy. I just rolled over something. Hope it don't tear my tire up. But we got a long way they're still working on the script right now for Guardians 3. Yeah, but by saying Adam Warlock is not going to be in the Infinity War really complicates things, because not having Silver Surfer in the film hurts the Infinity War, because Silver Surfer is one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. And he was very key in the Infinity Gauntlet. Now, you have another situation. How you gonna deal with a lot of these? Adam Warlock has one of the Infinity Stones. So how are you gonna say he's not gonna be in the film? I don't know. Because I think Thanos kills him, gets the Infinity Stone, then someone else got it back from Thanos and used it to bring back Adam Warlock. Which could happen. Like, a lot of people who die in this film can be brought back. I want to know how he's going to get Doctor Strange's eye from around his neck. The eye origami. Now that Thanos has got the glove, I'll do it myself. There's key things that I wanted to know. Loki's staff. The one that he touched people and turned them into zombies and they gotta follow people. Who gave him that staff? And why would they give away an Infinity Stone? Ultron knew the stone was in there. How did the Centauri give it to Loki and they got an Infinity Stone? Did they not know? Because Thanos is doing all this